we may call this video the day after Halloween. It's basically just the raw material shot on the, what day, I even forget, 1st November, Tuesday, and the women are at tennis at the moment, and I'm just wrapping up the work for today, if you call it work. Which is offloading this camera, so it's information we don't get lost. So just a little pocket camera, and this material is just a very rough cut of raw material that some use may be made of it. So I'll shoot the clipped in the moment to wrap it up. I see we've had a power cut. Noticed it a few minutes ago. Got dressed, just recreating what happened a few minutes ago. So I came down, went through the usual routine, which was switching on the computers, the display. CCTV's come up on its own. I won't get distracted there. There you go. And I came in to check this one, and June was already on it. It's got the symptoms I would expect, and they've done the sensible thing, but the reason June's up there is she wants to print off a document for Maksud Khan, who popped in yesterday, and that is on the important trail that was from yesterday. And they've done the right thing, which is saying, oh, we had a power cut after heavy rain. Now the key thing is, Paul and myself diagnosed what the problem was. Yes, it was no surprise. They switched off the power, the lead that goes outside. The difference being is that Paul and I had diagnosed that in fact that is the extension that had caused the problem, not that one which goes out to garden things like the pump. The problem was in here, and in fact quite simple. It was the, oh, I'll get to it easily then, but it was the, no, that'll take time. It was the multi-way. And somehow, when we have heavy rain, the bottom's the multi-way. So, let's see. Oh, that's more important damage, isn't it? Where it's getting hot. So, let's hope that no important information has been damaged in that computer that June's using. And of course, yeah, there will be problems on that, and there are alternatives to printing the document from Maksud, but I'll let June ask me for that. Big thing is, Samantha's getting on with her work, and while we're on this topic, last time we had half a day, the solution was a car battery connected to an inverter. I'll see this job. Oh, and Bentley is still sleeping. That's where he was. Recreated the photo trail of video clips, and I'm looking at the closed circuit TV after logging in, and you can see exactly where the power cut happened in time. Just after a heavy downpour, by the time water had got to get at things, and coming up to 8:05. The power was restored at about 11 minutes past. That was by June, or rather Samantha this time, following the right procedure of switching off the power that goes outside. Heard June going upstairs, and she said, as I expected, the computer hasn't started yet. Yes, black screen. Definitely do-it-yourself SOS, definitely a do-it-yourself SOS job, but not the usual crowd. That's something we've just got to follow the right procedures in the house. I was hoping not to have to do a blooming video trail on the pocket camera this morning, but I didn't have much choice, I think. So now I'm going to stop and go through the procedure when we have a black screen and June is getting dressed. So, end of this long sequence.
Time emergency medical technician with a Welsh ambulance service for over 20 years.
The main reason I do the job is to be caring and compassionate and giving back to the community that I live in.
Can't answer your call. Please leave a message after.
Thank you for calling.
Scan call. Back to what I was doing, which is putting my tracker on. Curious what that was running. That's the only reason I included it. June's tracker's there, and I was about to make myself a couple of Weetabix. I know where they are. There we go. No, I'll take that away from here. Distraction. See whether the computer's made any progress. Oh well, a little bit. We'll see. Come in there. By the way, we tend to have to keep the door closed because pussycats like Bentley, not so much Bentley, but Toby, tend to come in and walk about the keyboard. Now, the thing which I forgot to mention, which is very important, is the job that June was working on, and rather than use that computer, it's a pity that after a power cut, pity she didn't use something different, was to print out something from Mr. Khan, as he's known, Maqsood Khan, very good friend in the village, but basically for many years he's done a lot of important charity work for Bangladesh, and so all these things overlap, but that's the end of that clip. Just replied on the lounge PC to email from Stuart about pub lunch. I'll just try shutting down. Well, but that in fact was the right thing to do next. More luck than judgment. Right, let's go back to what we were doing. I've just fired up again, and has June dressed. So we carry on doing what's necessary. Oh, we need to get the computer going. Basically, June, you're off to tennis. You do that, which is good. Okay. I'm not going to waste time at the moment, so you do that. Basically, in a nutshell, Samantha did the right thing, but you've got to go through the right procedure in here. Hopefully we might be lucky. So basically, best leave any of the PCs in the house alone at the moment. Go on and enjoy your tennis, okay? And obviously, what I've already said was that your smartphones weren't able to print off the stuff for Mr. Khan, which was probably important, probably to do with his charity work, wasn't it? Yeah. Did he say actually what it was for?
No.
No, it's fine. No, that's okay. Samantha turned that on because says it's important, and tennis is important. Your tracker, is that? Have you got that? Sorry?
No.
No, okay, put that on please. Dear, I'm not sure I'm getting away with speaking like that. Right, there you go. Right, so you're going to put it in the usual place, are you? Handbag?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't want it to get wet, do you? Right. And, right. Well, she'll want the car moved. So, you want me to move the car, June? Save a bit of time, or have you got plenty of time? Sorry?
I'm not in a rush.
You're not in a rush. Lovely.
No.
That's it. So the answer is, don't panic, Mr. Manring. Is firing up, which is promising. Good. Yeah. Hopefully we haven't lost the stuff from yesterday, but we can check that out. So, you want to say, I imagine he went out after the rain stopped and has come back in again. Right, now to catch up with. Yeah, June said earlier that she's not in a rush, she's on schedule there, so that's fine. So we don't need to rush to move things around or anything. So that's still able to work there. So I can carry on with the normal routine before we track down any problems. And I just actually sent a reply to Stuart and several others about pub grub this week, and he suggested Friday, probably any day, and that suits me fine. So now I'm going to update the diary and go through the usual routines. Yes, he tends to play on the stairs. The reason I've opened the door here is, before other things, since she's on a routine schedule, she normally leaves at about 10 to. I'll get any clips of her coming out and going off to work. First thing she does is move my car, because of everything else that's going on. She said no problem, she'd do that, so let me do it for her, which should have been the obvious, most people would think, watching this. There she is.
Now the time is 10:49.
There we go, and June's off. Okay, after moving the car. There we go. Okay, I'll close the door. Snoopy's robot boat, stuff cleared up. Well, put to there for the moment from yesterday, Halloween. There's a very minor job clearing that. Okay. Roses. That's where she's moved my car to. I've said many times recently, its value has just been doubled by adding the new tyre. Yes. Warning sign about our cat. Robin's Corner where GPS was tested. Wind noise will probably get into this. There we go. Lots of junk here. Soon to be shutting the garage door soon. There we go. We now have 2 garage door fobs, because one useful thing John from Chobham, not John, sorry, Paul from Chobham did, was find the spare one. Okay, enjoy your tennis. And I'll go back to catching up. Basically, making sure the computers are working enough to do what I consider important work. Most of it being shared with anybody that is interested. And one of the routines on a Tuesday is updating the COVID page with the latest graph from the Office of National Statistics. That's the emails. That was my reply to Stuart about pub lunch this week, and there's the graph from last week. Sometimes computers can be useful, but it's important not to absolutely rely on them. Like be able to write things down on paper. Well, that's good. The video from yesterday, which had some important stuff on it for some people, has been, it's in the process of uploading to YouTube since it was safely on the machine. That was the job that was left from him overnight. I backed it up with also the video of the day before onto the hard disk, so I can take it to other places, and yeah, I'll get on with whatever else pops up. I think what was in the queue with the stuff that Jim was trying to print for Maxine Khan, but anyhow, it's that's expressed in the right, processing begin shortly. Yeah, that's enough of that. Right, so you can relax in here. Expect heavy rain coming in. I don't know, rather than speculate, let's just see. I just noticed that clock hadn't been wound back. The heavy rain is expected about there. Put it in, and this was a cheap clock where you basically wind it back just like that. Like that, as Tommy Cooper would say. So I'll put it back. Having some difficulty, I thought it just went straight in up there like that, but it didn't. So that'll have to be left out for the moment. Another little do-it-yourself job, but not exactly an emergency. Not there, that's not very sensible. It will stand up to the rain. Like that perhaps. We've got to be careful because we've got gales coming in. Perhaps I'll bring it in and then it'll be obvious not to forget because it's left there. Right. What next? Stupid boy. That's what was needed on the back. Just like that. That was the cover. There. Now it could be hung up. Out there. That goes on to that. Just like that. Teaches you little things, doesn't it? Or some people learn from them. It's important. June's grapes are doing very nicely, or shall we say our grapes, falling on the ground of course. A little storm is just beginning to arrive. Better close this. Oh. I took a snap or two of the pond level, and basically we see stuff. June should be getting back fairly soon. And I think we're ready for the obvious things at the moment. Mark, Samantha agreed it's a good idea to put the light on. Do that. Yes. Reminds me when young Ferruccio from Sicily stayed with us when we were doing some work here. Yes, that's a sensible place, isn't it? Bentley. Next door. Samantha's getting on with her work, and there is various clips on videos from decades ago where I was teaching Ferruccio and also Matilda, his mum, a bit of English, and so in Italian he was saying "E poggia molte pote," and of course in English everybody knows that is "it is peasing down," has to be said with an Italian accent. Yes, all the stuff that needs to be cleared up, and we'll see how things progress. I should have made tennis finishing interesting for June, since she would have been normally on her way back about now. Let's have a look. Let's see. Hang on. Here we go, that's live. Yeah, so, belting down there, you can see water flowing down the road. Yeah, nothing much there. When June arrives, you'll see it there. Ah, how annoying. This isn't the first time. Blocked. This video contains copyright material, and as a result it has been blocked worldwide. Fair enough. Even for that we have workarounds. So let me get on with that. June arriving. Yeah, so we've still got old video from the 70s that was blocked, and as I say, there are workarounds. Here we go. Just coming in. Oh. Right, I'll leave that there and start one of the workarounds fairly soon, because there are people that we want to see that video. And it doesn't have to be on YouTube, even if there are a lot of advantages in that.
It's just a bit windy.
Well, yeah, a bit windy, but timing was good, wasn't it? So that's fine. Right, lots been going on here, but carry on, and yeah, all good. So I'll carry on with what I was doing.
Noreen went off with Helena's.
Yeah. Yeah, you sent a message.
Oh, sent a message.
Yes. Because apparently Helena. Oh.
Yeah.
That was good. June and I had a few minutes with Moxie Carr and confirmed that there was no mad urgency sort of in the next few days to be good for the documents that he was trying to print. And so now June's going to get on with a bit of obviously housework, and I'm going to see what I can do about the workaround for the copyright problem that we had with YouTube. One of the workarounds is working out nicely, and June and I have discussed the week ahead and marked things in the diary, reading tennis and things, and she's doing me some scrambled egg. Yes, that's good. So my knee's playing up a bit, but not to worry about it. It's not the first time. Just had a call with Terry, about to have my lunch, and basically on the subject of emails. Terry sent an email an hour ago, and which hasn't come in, but that can happen, no problems. Everything seems to be in order for the moment. June and I just spent a bit of time sorting out details of our gas bill. We still have a meter, and the guy comes and they send through an estimated one. The estimated one now, instead of being about 250, was 350. So June, well, it was a week ago, had sent them the actual meter reading, and essentially she's now sending them the correct amount. But we don't want to lose the process by which a man comes and reads a meter that we can look at as well, because you know what can go wrong on the net. Anyhow, things are working out all right so far. The grapes are coming along nicely, off topic of course, and our workaround is also working okay for how to get that video from yesterday to people. Today's Halloween video has not appeared, and we don't expect it to appear on YouTube, but it's already available on other media. Here's one of 4 hostings already,
Unedited photo trail.
and it'll be a bit jerky because of all sorts of reasons, but stop that for the moment and show you another one. There's a second one.
Unedited photo trail.
Again, it'll take time for the cache to catch up.
What should we call it? I don't know.
Stop that. The key thing is it's quite clear that YouTube blocked it because there are several extracts that appear of well, the obvious ones were the BBC broadcasts and things like that, because they were on the screen as went in. Thing to bear in mind as an interesting question is what happens if there's some video playing on a large screen in the street when it's caught by a camera. Anyhow, doesn't matter. I'm checking out other workarounds. Well, it seems Facebook handled it okay, but not in the obvious way. And so there's the posting. You don't see the video there, but what you do see is the link I gave, and there it is.
Unedited photo trail.
Jerky, of course. Anyhow,
What should we call it?
I
don't know. Something like.
just stop that. Earlier I did actually post the video to Facebook itself, and at first it looked as though it gave a good response, but it's obviously got to process that, and we'll see what happens. There's obviously lots of other social media for passing videos, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time. The main thing is I've got some workarounds already, but it raises an interesting question, which is which ones to use. It's not just the popularity of who uses them. I've got several friends who use Facebook, others, including family, advise not to use it at all. But it's all to do with ownership, of course, and the actual details obviously depend on things like copyright law in certain countries. Anyhow, enough talking from me. Call Moxud Cylinder to say we've got the documents ready for them, and June is just checking yes, the video we've actually got in our PC is quickly get to the bit which is of them. So now I can give Moxud a call. Got a call from Moxud to say that they're on their way over, so it'll be over shortly. And I sent an email to several people, including them and June. June can check it on her phone now, which seems to be a workaround when YouTube's blocked it. So that's it. Airtime is now with the cars, and June can check her phone. Yeah.
There was a one lot while I was at home, and then
Yeah.
I think only one other lot.
Yeah. I was just doing a video clip while I got it on camera, that's all.
I see.
Yeah.
Because these days children don't
Yeah, we
come
showed them
come much
a
because
bit of the video, but they're very pushed for time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
obviously
No.
is to get together again
Probably
and
put
discuss the
things outside,
possibilities for
still
helping the
When my
challenging
son was
Bangladesh.
young boy,
Apparently
that time,
Mr. Khan managed to fix what he was looking for, which was an ambulance. That was the last thing we were
chocolate,
expecting
yes.
last year or so.
and
So
money.
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's enough for now.
There aren't as many small children around here at the moment.
And Samantha are off to social tennis, and June's got the
Now the time is
pendant tracker on her handbag as usual. We'll see how well it works this time. There. And they'll be going through the usual routine outside, but meanwhile I've been responding to on another topic. But I may as well record it anyhow, because I get confused. This is the ladies' social tennis, and June goes to that, and Samantha only goes to the one on a Friday. So
And Monday she goes.
yeah, right, okay, enjoy your tennis then, dear. Okay, teddy bye. Yes, these things have got to be put away sometime when we've got time to do it. Oh, hello. What are you up to? You're not allowed to go to tennis, pussycat. No. And I don't want you helping me with the computers or anything else either. A few days ago I received a text which I didn't expect, which was from my light water surgery, or at least it asked to contact the light water surgery. Dear patient, we note that your mental health annual review is now due. Please call, and there's a phone number and a name. And rather than talk about it, it's now documented, and it's on the public page. I say public, that simply means that anybody can see it, even though very few people will be interested. And there's an update at the top, newsflash, surprise SMS text from Lightwater Surgery at 11:02 BST on 27th of October. And you need the right tools to scroll down, but basically that's the new section that's been put in, and that's the earlier very relevant stuff that's been there for ages, in fact, back then. So that's enough said on that. I heard a pussycat prowling around. Yes, here he is. Okay, what are you up to? Come on then, up you come. You want to listen to the news again? You obviously don't need a smart platform like a Samsung fridge, but just to give you an idea, this is the page, and yeah, that's all the information that's been on it for ages, and you see how easy you can scroll through it, and even that is not perfect, and that's the new section that's been put in just there, and it says it's been visited by light water. That's in fact us, it's just the way that Visit Counter works. Anyhow, that's it. I'll just make another change or two to that page, and then that's pretty well done. Let's see how well June's tracker's going. If I log in on that. Yeah, okay, it's not too bad. Switch to satellite imagery, and the LBS means it's using the mobile phone mast, the nearest one of those, to get a position, since it hasn't got a decent GPS position or Wi-Fi. And if we just come back and remove that detailed thing and then zoom in, I'm pretty sure that in fact they're probably on the course, and she's left her handbag possibly in the car. That might be, it might be back in the car somewhere down here, or it's in the clubhouse. Not to worry. Main thing is the tracker's working as well as you could expect. I might even get a warning when she comes back. Hello, Clody. Sorry I didn't let you into the study. Oh, it looks like they're back. Oh, let's see. What about the... Yeah, there they are. Just look at the right monitor. Oh, how about that? Hang on. Oh dear, am I looking at recorded information? Oh dear, that's how computers can be very, very misleading. Better check that again. That's alright, isn't it, Toady? It's bad enough normally, let alone if you got in and started playing on my keyboard. My mistake looking at the monitor, that's Samantha's car. June's car would have been round there. Stupid boy. Well, I'm not going to waste any more time on it. Let's get that video there. Okay. It is some raw material that might be of some use, and Tony can listen to the news if he wants to. Expected him back until about 21:40 or so, and so this is the use of video pad, so I might add those extra clips at the end before wrapping the video up, and it's not too bad. Yeah, it's less than 50 minutes. So let's finish the video. Yes, what a mess. So it only remains to say, look after yourselves, stay safe and enjoy what days we have.